From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Well, he shifts past him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll run that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Out to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there. He's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 3rd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
7 yards there and a first down. The Chiefs at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right is Tony. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And from his corner spot, that was James Bradbury on the defensive side.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 16. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts sets up to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, Parker, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Hey, 43,
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, 43.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
They'll run here with Pacheco, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
now
just
you
called
can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Justin Reed. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
Because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
43!
On second down, here's Mahomes. Screenplay, McKinnon. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it.
Wow. That ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They go play action with Hurts. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact long time there, and now 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Hurts to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On second down, it's Taylor. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll roll him out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. A.J. Brown, 53 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott now to have the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
The score, Chiefs 27, Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Mahomes to throw on second down. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Has his man, that's James. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked me 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Again, it's Pacheco. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. From the gun, it's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And they will take a knee here. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.